3/8, I bet you, or a metric. Let's be wasting time. Let's get primitive Pete out here. Oh, you 1980s auto mechanics class kids will know that one. Primitive Pete. How do you fix that, primitive Pete? Do you use the right size screwdriver or a hammer? Ooga boonga, hammer. And one more ground wire right here on the side of the intake. Nope, you're not. You're a 10 millimeter, I bet you a nickel. And there we go. No more primitive Pete. We have 10 millimeter. That happens to be the only metric in my tool bag today is 10 millimeter. Wah, ah, ah. Turn it up where you can see it. Whoops. Where did the fastener go? There she is. Well, that's nice to know. Okay, I'm going to put it right back in place so that it doesn't become Bermuda triangled. Let's turn it up and look at our valves. Let's get this wire out of my way. I worked all that hard to get it up. Y'all see it before I see it. Looks like we had water in this cylinder. We'll see how it looks. Wonder if I've even got memory left in the camera, or if it's even recording at this point. So, an hour of work, and here I am, looking inside the cylinders. Now, we can't turn this engine over. There's the possibility that this outdrive unit is what's locked up. So I'm looking, and there are a few scratches. I can't feel them with my fingernail in the cylinder, but they look like scratches, don't they? In the cylinder walls. And let's throw some light at it. It's down in there, let you look. Is that heat scalding? Because it doesn't have any feel to it. I can't even feel it. It's smooth as glass. So is it heat scalding that I'm looking at? Don't know. Okay. Well, next process will be to disengage the transmission unit from the engine, because it was all I could do to lift that chunk of cast iron. That's probably 100 pounds by itself, that intake and that head. So I'm going to try to get this all out of here, and what I'll do is I will hoist this engine up and out. I'll have to make a rig to get it up and out and swing it out. But that's going to be the next video series. Hey guys, we're at the end of getting the head off to look inside the cylinder. It's still a mystery as to why it's locked up. Thanks for viewing. Like, subscribe, and follow.
Well, not exactly what happened to the soundtrack on this one, but this is where I was getting ready to start describing the stain, galding. It's not a scratch that's in the number 3 and in the number 1 cylinder. Now the number 1 cylinder or the number 2 cylinder is stuck dead top center, or almost dead top center. The valve was just barely open and a little water in. So we'll take care of that problem. Put a little penetrating oil on it and see if we can get it to break loose. And then take the transmission away from the engine, because it's going to have to be rebuilt also. Regardless of whatever condition it's in, it will be reconditioned. Don't want to be out in the ocean and have a transmission go out. And checking out the cylinder head, only the second cylinder has shown any sign of water coming through the valve and into the top of the cylinder. I'm hoping it's luckily that the cylinder was so close to top dead center that maybe I don't have much damage in this engine, and only time will tell. Going to finish up here, put a little penetrating oil on everything, and I've been going at this for about an hour and 15 minutes at this time, and that's pretty much taken a toll on my old back. So I guess that's going to be about all I can get done today. Sit here and ponder about it, figure out what I can actually do that's within my means of doing. Don't want to do something that's going to cost me more than it's worth. So I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to show you exactly what everything looks like a little closer up. Throw those gloves in the trash. Get the camera out of the tripod. And let you see the, looks like heat damage on the number 3 cylinder there. Those lines that go up and down, they either ran it low on oil or they ran it hot. But we'll take the transmission off and see if the engine will turn over then, because these transmissions, they're bad about locking up. They get the moisture in them from setting, what have you. But as you can see, the number 3 cylinder, there's not scratches, it's just like heat galding. Could be bad rings, we'll figure it out. I talked to my cousin about it. I sent him some pictures of this, some close-up pictures. He just, I sent him the pictures in a text, and he just called me straight back and said, we can rebuild that one. It's sleeved. So if anything's bad, we can just knock the sleeves out, put new sleeves in it. So I'll be doing some calling this week, see if we can find a rebuild kit for this engine. And tomorrow, I'll get back out and start taking the transmission off. And it's already loose from the engine mount, so when I get it light enough, it'll come up and out. I'll just figure out how I'm going to get it out of there. May have to call a couple friends, come help me lift that thing out. Because once I separate this transmission, I know I'm not going to be lifting it by myself. The head was about all I could lift, like I was saying a while ago. That thing's pretty cumbersome. Well, I did leave the intake, or not the intake, I did leave the exhaust manifold on it, so that's a little extra weight. But we'll get it up, we'll get it out. I'm going to quit rambling now. If any of you guys are technicians or experts on these universal 3-cylinder diesel engines, hey, let me know. I'd like to ask you to like, subscribe, follow us here on the videos. We got to get that 1,000 subscribers, so share them with friends. Bless you and yours.